Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're taking a look at a single stack of data. It's the table of Cricket World Cup winners from 1987 all the way through to 2023.
And our goal is pretty simple, really. We want to cut through the noise and find the big patterns. Who really dominated this era of cricket?
And if you just glance at that list, one name just leaps off the page.
It has to be Australia. It's the central truth of this entire period. They've got 6 major victories in this time frame, which just suggests that for them, it almost doesn't matter where the World Cup is held.
That's the first big takeaway for me, that global versatility. It's one thing to win, but then you look at that period from 1999 to 2007.
The three-peat.
The three-peat. That wasn't just winning a trophy. It was a dynasty. They won in England, then South Africa, then the West Indies, one after the other.
Yeah, completely different conditions. And that global reach just kept going, right? They won as a co-host with New Zealand in 2015, and then, of course, the most recent one in India in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
They were just the benchmark.
They really were.
But their dominance, staggering as it is, it kind of runs up against the second major pattern you see in the data.
The power of the host nation.
Exactly. The power of playing on your home turf.
So if Australia is all about winning anywhere, this second story is about pure, overwhelming home momentum. And you can see this trend starting pretty early.
You can. Sri Lanka, 1996. They were co-hosting.
And who did they beat in the final?
Australia. Of all teams, yeah.
So that pattern was there. And it just gets stronger over time, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. India wins in 2011 as a co-host.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have England finally getting their hands on the trophy in 2019, on home soil, the crowds, the comfort of your own facilities. It's just an immense advantage.
Okay, but hold on. If the host advantage is that big of a deal, what about Pakistan in 1992? They won it down in Australia and New Zealand. That kind of breaks the rule.
It does. It's a bit of a historical exception, you're right.
Right.
But if you look at the more recent data, say the last 20 years or so, that link between hosting and winning has become almost unbreakable.
So the real drama is when a team like Australia, a global powerhouse, has to go up against that home field advantage.
And that pivots us perfectly to the biggest rivalry in modern cricket.
India versus Australia. It's all about those final matchups.
It is. You look at 2003. That was Australia just stamping their authority over India in South Africa, a neutral venue.
Mm.
But then you get 2023.
The whole dynamic flips.
Completely. Australia goes into India, into a stadium packed with Indian fans, and beats the host in the final. To walk onto your opponent's home ground and lift the trophy, that just says everything about the intensity between them.
And while we're talking about finals, we have to give a nod to New Zealand.
Oh, for sure.
They never quite got over the line, but their consistency is its own quiet story of power. Runners up, back to back.
Yep. Losing to Australia in 2015, and then that infamous 2019 final against England.
It's a boundary count rule. Still hurts to even think about it. But to get to the final twice in a row, that's sustained world-class performance right there.
So what does all this really mean for you watching at home? The data gives you 2 sort of competing truths. On one hand, you have Australia's incredible ability to win anywhere on the planet.
And on the other, you have this incredibly strong correlation between hosting or co-hosting and actually winning the whole thing.
So that brings us to the big question going forward, doesn't it?
Right.
Will that massive home field advantage, the thing that got teams like India and England their trophies, remain the biggest factor?
Or will that sheer global dominance, the kind that Australia has shown time and time again, always find a way to win, no matter the pitch, no matter the crowd? I think that's the high-stakes question the next decade of cricket is built on. Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're taking a look at a single